So how does CoachEQ come into your business and make it better? That's a really, really simple question. CoachEQ offers 1- and 2-day trainings for groups of people in an organization. So it can be a team building exercise, it can be a team, it can be a whole system, it can be a department, but I come in and work with groups. That's in particular what is emotional intelligence and what are the tools you need to be able to use it appropriately. I also have an assessment that I use. It's a 26 competency assessment that is phenomenally accurate that I was trained in through the Institute for Social and Emotional Intelligence out of Denver University. I use that assessment individually, but also when I have a large group of people, I use it with the group of people as well. So an example of that is part of this assessment gives you strengths. What are your strengths in the world and how do you use them in this organization? So I have them write down their strengths. I have them share their strengths with each other, share their strengths at a round table, and then stand up individually and say, I offer this strength to this organization and I can help you learn how to do it. Use me as a resource. And it's phenomenal. It is just phenomenal because we are used to talking about what doesn't work, not what does work. So that's a piece of it. That's how I use the individual assessment inside the training. CoachEQ offers lots of options to institutions and organizations. But one of the things that is most important is the individual coaching. Because what happens is you get an hour a week for anywhere up to 6 months where I sit with you and just really process what it is that needs to happen for you to feel better about yourself, for you to build relationships better, and for you to move either up in the organization if you want to, or just building better teams. And because I'm not focusing on 50 of you, the one-on-one in my office it's imperative. It's a really important thing to do. All right, so the trainings, 1 or 2 days, the assessments, which I can do individually or in a group, the coaching around that assessment. So creating action plans, which I just said was most important. And then I also do an Emotional Intelligence 360. 360 is a common language in the world of business, but basically what happens is we put an individual in the middle and he asks or she asks up to 20-some people to do an emotional intelligence assessment about them. So they learn in this assessment how people perceive them in terms of building relationships, developing trust, communicating well. It's a phenomenal assessment that gives them all kinds of information. And it's a little scary because you're getting really, really clear information from people because there's a written part. Again, that's the importance of me sitting with you. Me sitting with you and helping you understand that this is people's perceptions, that this can't actually hurt you, that this is really good information for you to become a better leader and a better manager. The other thing I do is I sit in on interviews. So when companies are hiring, it actually doesn't matter at what level, they bring me in on the hiring team. 2 reasons. One is because what I see and what I hear is different than what they hear and what they see. But the second is when they're down to their final 3, I give each of them an emotional intelligence assessment that then we take and evaluate where they are in terms of their relationship building, their people skills, their ability to do empathy and care about something outside of themselves. And that is a phenomenal process that I have really, really enjoyed. I believe in bringing this to people because emotional intelligence is probably the most important characteristic in leadership. And to be a good leader, you also have to be good in emotional intelligence.